Dr. Faustus is one of the greatest tragedies of the Renaissance era, blending ambition, power, and damnation into a gripping narrative. The characters in this play are not just individuals. They represent philosophical ideas, moral struggles, and the eternal conflict between good and evil. Let's break down the key characters in Dr. Faustus and their significance. Dr. Faustus himself is the tragic protagonist of the play. A brilliant scholar, he has mastered all known fields of study, medicine, law, logic, and theology. But his thirst for ultimate knowledge and power leads him to practice necromancy. Dissatisfied with human limitations, he turns to the dark arts, selling his soul to Lucifer in exchange for 24 years of limitless power. However, his ambition blinds him to the consequences of his actions. He enjoys his newfound power, but ultimately realizes that he has wasted his potential on trivial desires rather than true greatness. As his time runs out, he is tormented by regret, crying out, "Oh, spare me, Lucifer!" Yet it is too late. His soul is dragged to hell, sealing his tragic fate. Faustus represents a Renaissance man who desires boundless knowledge, but falls victim to his own pride and lack of foresight. Mephistopheles is one of the most compelling characters in the play. He is not just a servant of Lucifer, but a tragic figure in his own right. He warns Faustus about the horrors of hell and expresses his own suffering as a fallen angel, saying, "Why? This is hell, nor am I out of it." However, despite his warnings, he still follows Lucifer's commands and ultimately ensures that Faustus remains damned. Mephistopheles embodies a deceptive nature of temptation. He grants Faustus wishes, but also reminds him that true fulfillment will always be out of reach. He is both a guide and a tormentor, leading Faustus deeper into his doom. Lucifer, the ruler of hell, is the ultimate antagonist of the play. He represents a force that seeks to claim Faustus' soul, ensuring that he remains trapped in sin and ignorance. Unlike Mephistopheles, Lucifer shows no signs of regret or suffering. He is purely an agent of damnation. His triumph over Faustus is a chilling reminder of the consequences of unchecked ambition and moral blindness. The good angel and the evil angel serve as external representations of Faustus' internal struggle. The good angel urges him to repent and turn back to God, while the evil angel encourages him to continue on his reckless path. They symbolize the Renaissance conflict between faith and reason. Faustus' intellect tells him he can achieve greatness through magic, but his conscience warns him of the spiritual cost. In the end, Faustus chooses to ignore the good angel, sealing his fate. Wagner, Faustus' servant, provides comic relief in the play. However, his character also serves as a mirror to Faustus, showing how ambition and corruption can spread. He dabbles in necromancy himself, imitating his master's descent into sin. Though his role is minor, Wagner highlights how the thirst for power can influence even those on the sidelines. The old man is one of the most intriguing figures in Dr. Faustus. Unlike the good angel, he is a real person who represents the path of redemption. He urges Faustus to repent and trust in God's mercy, showing him that it is not too late to seek salvation. However, Faustus ultimately rejects his advice, allowing Mephistopheles to torment the old man. This moment emphasizes Faustus' ultimate failure, his refusal to take the one chance at redemption that could have saved him. The 7 deadly sins appear in a theatrical spectacle orchestrated by Lucifer. They serve as a dark form of entertainment for Faustus, distracting him from the seriousness of his damnation. Each sin represents a different aspect of human weakness, and their presence reinforces the idea that Faustus is now fully immersed in sin, losing his chance at redemption. The scholars and the Pope serve as foils to Faustus' character. The scholars represent the intellectual world that Faustus abandons, while the Pope and his court highlight the corruption of religious institutions. By tricking the Pope, Faustus not only mocks the church, but also further distances himself from salvation. In the end, Dr. Faustus is not just a story about one man's downfall. It is a moral and philosophical exploration of ambition, knowledge, power, and damnation. Each character plays a role in guiding Faustus toward or away from salvation, yet he ultimately chooses his own fate. As his final hour approaches, he pleads, "I'll burn my books." Mephistopheles. But knowledge cannot save him now. His tragic journey has come to an end. The characters of Dr. Faustus serve as more than just individuals. They are representations of human nature, temptation, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. Their presence in the play enhances Marlowe's powerful warning about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the consequences of ignoring redemption.